Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. I know you see the thumbnail, I know you see the big fat 14 in the top left corner, and I know you see my profit today. So yes, I am keeping the streak alive of 14 days green. So if I go back to May, here we go, you can see since May 11th I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. June 1st, today $355 profit. Here's my P&L. Today wasn't the very best day of trading. I was red most of the time until one good trade, and then I went profit, and then I stopped it. But just traded two tickers, HSDT and TNXP, so green on both of them. But let me jump over to trades and show you guys. Like always, if you're liking these recaps, make sure you hit like, subscribe. I am streaming live as well, so if you want to catch me live on YouTube, make sure to hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when I go live, and you can watch me trade live every morning. Um, Same thing goes for Tradecaster. I do stream on Tradecaster. Latency is a little bit better. It's literally less than a 1 second delay, from what I hear viewers tell me. So if you want to watch me on Tradecaster, make sure you make an account. Once it asks for that payment, go ahead and cancel it. I would not charge on Tradecaster if I'm streaming free on YouTube. So it'll be free on Tradecaster as well. Just go to the lobbies. You'll see mine on there under Juan Trades, and make sure to check it out. Like always, day trading is risky, guys. We have to say this to protect ourselves. So do your research, find your own knowledge to be able to trade the markets. Do not follow everybody else's buy or sell signals. So, first ticker of the day, which it was HSDT. Recently, looks like all the tickers that look obvious clear winners are not. They're just getting shorted into. So, 250 was our main resistance on here. So 250 right there. We got right up to it and flushed down. I don't usually take these type of trades, but I took a trade down there on that flush, trying to see if that candle could push back up and close above VWAP. So I got in at like 234. I'll show my trades if it lets me. So show trades. I know, oh, I'm on the wrong account. So let me switch it over to this one and see if it'll show my trades now. There it is. So 234, I was right. To 234, sold 235, barely 1 penny of profit, 236 on the remaining 1,000 shares. So two pennies of profit per share. Not very much. I think I was up 30 bucks on that trade. So you can see $41 profit on this one. Very small numbers. I waited for that 250 to break and hold. You can see we one attempt there. Didn't get on this one. This one we got it, but flush. This one we actually broke and held it, so I jumped in on that pullback. 253 and 3 entry, got the bottom, missed the bottom by 2 or 3 pennies. I sold at 254, and that's about it. So another penny per 1,500 shares. I think I added about another $10, so $41 profit on this one. TNXP is the big one that I traded today, and the one that I don't think I traded very well. I'm not gonna lie. I somehow ended green. I took one green trade, one good trade that made me most of my money, made me go green on the day, recovered all of my losses. But so here it is. I know when you look at it pretty close up, Thinkorswim is kind of deceiving. You're like, oh my God, you bought and sold there and sold there, bought there, sold there, bought there, sold there. But no, I was actually red through all of this. I was red through all of that. This up here is what got me green. So let me take these away and then show you explain through the trades that I took. So because I know these things get in the way. So first trade I took was this opening range pre-market high is 372. So 372 right here is the pre-market high. Recently I've been buying everything and selling a lot of it before the actual squeeze. So today at the open I was like, I'm gonna try to hold most of them and see if I get those clean breakout trades with almost a full share size position. So I jumped in on this stock up here at like 362-ish. Smaller share size, so I controlled my share size pretty good through the morning, even though I didn't trade well. So 362, that was right. 2,500 shares of buying that breakout. I think at the top of that candle I was up probably $200 or something like that. But I said I'm not gonna take my profit. I'm gonna wait for the break of 372 and start taking profits. Of course, the one time I hold my hold position, it doesn't work out, so I ended up stopping out. That put me down $140 on the ticker on the day. Not on the day because I was up the other 30 or 40. I came back. I left it alone until it came back to that same 360 range. Started holding this consolidation, and I took one or two stabs down low. So 361, bought a little bit of a little dip right there and sold at 364. So I made some money back. But you can see how well I control my share size, which is at least one good thing I did today. I guess trades weren't working in my favor, but share sizes were. So this first trade, I jumped in a little bit of a dip, 2,500 shares, took some profit. This other trade right here, you can see I jumped in higher. So I jumped in at 365. I'm buying this breakout through that 370, 372 all day high, right? So decrease my share size to 1,500 shares, about 1,000 shares left. It actually didn't work in my favor either. You can see I bought at 65 and I sold at 59, so I lost even more on that. Let me delete this background thing. And then same thing here. I jumped in for that break of this double top, which was the 369. So I jumped in at 370, a penny above that. We can get that squeeze. I jumped in 1,500 shares again. I actually got a sell up here of 372, so I did take some profit with 500 shares, but the majority of the shares came back flushed on me, and I sold them at 360. So I bought at 370, sold at 360, lost about 10 cents per 1,000 shares there. So put me down another $100. So I think after this, I was down 290-ish dollars. I was still green on the other one, so technically I'm down 250 on the day, but it's still red on the day. I came here, and this is where you can see the shorts were, right? So shorts were backing up this whole area right there. So once I see that we finally break that area and got a big squeeze, I thought we were gonna destroy through this level and keep on moving higher, getting these shorts to squeeze. So I jumped in with big share size on this play right here at 10, or I mean at 3. Let me see the exact order so I give you guys exact numbers. 384. So 384 I jumped in 384, 10,000 shares right there. I was looking for a break of $4, $4 right around the corner. Thought maybe we could get one micro pullback, 1 minute pullback, and then keep pushing higher. I about scratched even on that trade, and let me show you the next trade. So you see right there, I bought in 10,000 shares again at 386. So I've bought in on that candle up. I think I took some out there and then stopped out, rest, break even or something like that. Pretty much a scratch trade. Waited for that 1 minute micro pullback. Jumped in at 386 on the way back up on that second red candle there. Did not get any continuation, so I ended up stopping it again. I think I took a trade up here as well. So those big share sizes that I was ready to squeeze did not work out. Yep, I took a trade on that big green candle up there for a new high of day now up here at 395 once again. So I went from buying two 10,000 share positions on the trades that I was pretty certain we were going to take off. Didn't happen. So now that I'm playing a higher, less probability trade, higher, more risky trade at 395 up here, I decreased back to 1,500 shares. So at least I managed my shares very, very well. If I would have jumped in 10,000 here, I would have lost money. So you can see I bought at 395, sold a little bit, 397, 396, and 393. So actually made a little bit on some of those, lost a little bit on some of those. I just could not catch a break. I mean, this whole stock I lost in this consolidation, took one red trade there. Made a little bit there with those big plays there, ended up giving it back. So at this point, I was back down to negative 260, 270, $280 on the day. And then, of course, now that we start rallying this up, so let me look at the buys. So I bought in at 413, which was the bottom of this candle, 413 to the penny. And then for this one, it's there's two orders here, so 432 and 440. So I'll mark the 432 buy and then the 440, so you guys can see, because that was the day that saved me. I mean, the trade that saved me. So let me remove these so now you guys can see. This is the one I didn't mean to put. So this is one range where shorts were in, correct? So we identified this range box right here. Shorts are stopping the breakout from there. We get a break, really didn't move much, consolidated into another range box. And now that we move out of this range box, first of all, I missed this breakout trade. This candle right here is terrible. You get a break and then close below it, and then somehow the next candle breaks through it. So that right there doesn't make sense. I left that one alone, but I did chase the first little pullback. You can see I bought at 413, and that candle's low is 413. Of course, the one time the play actually works in my favor is the one time I decreased the share size by a lot again. So I only jumped in on that one with 1,500 shares. And of course, it just starts riding up easily, right? I buy at 413, sell at 419, sell at 430. I mean, 10 cents, 15 cents higher, more than 15 cents almost on that trade. 1,500 shares didn't really do me much. So, still red on the ticker. until we got this trade up here. So these are all on this candle right there, and then this candle right there. So at this point, we hit a high of 446, which is this candle. 446 is a max high for today, and then 450 is right around the corner. Remember, half dollars, $4, always going to be resistance. Look where we got stuck down here at $4. Once we got a clean trade of $4, we started rallying up. So 450 is our next psychological resistance. This candle dips down. I was actually calling a dip. I was like, if we consolidate around here again, I will start buying somewhere in this consolidation to see if we can test 450, see if we can come up to a new high of day and hit 450. But this candle popped down, and at this point, I wasn't looking at indicators. I wasn't looking at time and sell. Time and sales, I was. I wasn't looking at level 2. This candle popped all the way down. I didn't buy it because of 9 EMA. I don't usually buy just, 9 EMA dip or something like that. Sometimes do, but this time I didn't. That candle popped down, and the second it spiked down, it recovered so fast. It popped all the way back up, and at that point I said time and sales was green. I saw a lot of orders go through, so I'm jumping in with the buyers right here, right? So I jumped in. Small share size because I'm still buying the dips. So 1,500 shares, you could see right there at 432, bought 1,500, and then I added 5,000. So why did I add 5,000? That dip was bought up so fast and started climbing back up. The shorts were having to cover. At this point, I said 446 is the high of today. We might double top 446, or if we break 446, I might get a squeeze to 450. I don't know what's going to happen, but if I buy now, there's a chance that I double top at 446 and take some profit, or 450. So I bought 440 right before both of those two scenarios that were playing in my head. 5,000 shares long at 440. Start taking some profit at 446. 450 hits to the penny. Get a little pullback there. If you missed that first entry, this is your next pullback. So you hit 450, you close high, you get a little micro pullback, you rip through 450. And these 5,000 shares, I locked a little of them a little early, but I was able to take some up from 440 all the way to 43 to 51 to 53. So once again, 10, 13 cents a share on 5,000. So that trade right there instantly pulled me up $300. And then I took one more trade down here. So 450 was our resistance psychological. So I said maybe 450 serves as a bounce. I took a trade at 451, and I think I sold at 453 on that one. It was a very, very small share size. I think it was 500 shares, so I only made like another 10 bucks on that. But those were the the two tickers that I traded today. I do have my streak going on still, 14 days green, over $6,000 profit in those 14 days. So little good run I have, guys. If you want to watch me live, go check out my YouTube. Go to my Discord, and I'll post a link to Tradecaster as well on there. If you like this recap, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'm covering my face. Like and subscribe. Any video ideas, any comments you guys have, put them down below. And yeah, so I will see you guys on the next recap video tomorrow.